Not all exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult your doctor before participating in this or any other exercise program. If you feel any pain, discomfort, or dizziness, do not continue. The creators, producers, participants, and distributors of this program disclaim any liability or loss in connection with the exercise and instruction herein.
Welcome to Power Yoga, Mind and Body. My name's Adrienne Reed. Our theme for today, advanced poses. You guys know I love these classes. So when you're ready, let's do a little bit of a warm-up here, just with the standing forward fold. So go ahead and bend your knees, grasp your elbows, and just fall forward. Take this time to relax. You're gonna need it after this class. So just try and clear your mind, calm your body, come to a nice calm breath. Your spine is nice and long, your head is nice and heavy, your neck is nice and soft. And if you want, you can straighten up your legs here. Get a little more out of your calves, your hamstrings, your hips, your lower back. Nice, guys. Let's go one more good breath there. And then from there, if you straighten your knees, bend them slightly. On a long inhale, roll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head and chin come up last. We're gonna do a little bit of work with a pose called Firefly. So when you're ready, I want you guys just to drop to a squat position, anything that's comfortable for you. We're gonna approach this pose from down below rather than up above. Your right hand's gonna cross over and tuck underneath your left foot. Your left hand's gonna come underneath your right. And you can either go to this set of knuckles or all the way to your larger knuckles on your hand. When you're ready, inhale, start straightening up your legs. Stop to where it feels good for you. If you can straighten your legs all the way up, bend your elbows and draw your nose in towards your knees. Beautiful. Let's go 4 more breaths there. So head and neck is relaxed. Torso is dangling downward. This may feel a little funny on your hands, but it's actually a really good release for arthritis, for carpal tunnel syndrome. It's one of those, it doesn't feel so good when you're in it, but when you get out of it, you'll be a little better. Beautiful. Exhale. Go ahead and release your hands out from underneath. And then go ahead and bring your hands to your waist. Inhale with a flat back. Draw your torso up. You can look up, give a little bit of an arch back if you'd like there. Beautiful. And exhale, come on out. Release. Nice job. You know what? I want to do another one of those because I'm crazy. Let's throw this in too. When you're ready, I want you to point your feet at a 45-degree angle. And we're gonna bend your knees. You're gonna lower down. You're trying to bring your hands in between your legs. And if you can, draw your arms up overhead. That looks crazy. Love that one, beautiful. And if you can, even interlace your hands behind your back. Everyone's saying, just no way. And exhale, come on out, release. Looks crazy, but boy, that's a good stretch, isn't it? Shake that out a little bit. Nice job. Let's go ahead and open up to a nice wide angle. Make sure your feet are 3 to 5 feet apart. Your outer edges of your feet are parallel to one another. We're gonna sweep your hands to your waist, thumbs float to your long muscles. Inhale, look up, take a nice arch back. And then exhale, go ahead and fall forward. Stop halfway. Make sure your hips are square, your spine is nice and long, and then go ahead and drop the rest of the way down. Let's get a little bit of a warm up here. So 5 good breaths here. Head and neck is relaxed. Hands are just in any comfortable position. Beautiful. From there, let's add a little bit of a twist in. When you're ready, I want you to draw your hands into namaste, so thumbs over your sternum in a prayer position. On an inhale, sweep your left elbow on the outside of your right knee or right thigh. And let's go a couple good breaths there, so establish that twist to start. Beautiful. When you're ready, left hand drops to the outside of your right foot. Here's where we get advanced. Right arm floats up to the ceiling. If you feel good, stay there. If you still have some room to move, right hand sweeps around behind your back. See if you can reach underneath with your left hand and hold hands with yourself. Beautiful, nice advanced spine there. We're gonna go 2 more breaths there. Excellent. After your second breath, exhale, release, float that back to center. Phew, take a nice deep breath. Sometimes you hold your breath in those, don't you think? You shouldn't. Try and keep a nice calm breath. And let's do that same thing on the other side. When you're ready, hands come to prayer. Exhale, right elbow goes on the outside of your left thigh, prayer twist. Get those couple of good breaths in. And same thing here, drop your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left hand floats up toward the ceiling. If you're feeling good, sweep your right arm behind your lower back. Left arm, and see if you can loop your hands underneath. Hold hands with yourself. Beautiful, couple good breaths there. Nice job. This is a really intense twist no matter what level you go to. Make sure you're breathing through that and relaxing and try not to hold your breath. Exhale, go ahead and release to center. Just give me a couple good breaths there. Try and relax that. See if you can shake your arms a little bit out. Relax your shoulders, relax your head and neck. Smile, these classes are hard. Do your best. Sweep your hands to your hips on an inhale with a flat back. Come on up. Step on up to the front of your mats. Let's shake that out a little bit. No worries. All right, let's do a little bit of work with a revolved half moon. We're gonna make that more difficult. So let's warm up with a regular half moon, then we'll float to revolved half moon, then we'll move to that bound revolved half moon. Getting you all excited about that. When you're ready, go ahead and grab your blocks, guys, if you'd like to. If you're at home, grab a block as well. And we're gonna have that block in your right hand. Your left hand's gonna float to your left waist. Take a little bit of a step back with your left foot. Again, block is in your right hand. When you're ready, float your right hand all the way down to the floor. Stack your left hip on top of your right, so that helps if your hand is on your waist. And then left arm floats upward. And let's just go a couple good breaths here. So just a nice regular Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Lengthening back heel to the crown of your head, lengthening lower hand to upper fingertips. Exhale, come on out, release, shake that out a little bit. If you fall and you have problems with balance, you know what? These are hard, so no worries. Same thing on this side. This time we're gonna go revolve. So we're gonna pick that block up, have that block in your left hand. Right hand is on your waist. We're gonna take a step back once again with your left leg. So the block is in your left hand. This time you're gonna sweep forward. Your left hand is gonna float down to that block or to the floor. And hips are nice and square. Right arm floats upward. If you're feeling really good, you can look up at your upper fingertips. If you're not feeling so good and you need a little help with your balance, keep looking downward. And exhale, come on out, release that, shake that out a little bit. Here's where the fun begins. We're gonna add a bind into that. So when you're ready, we're gonna float right back into that revolved half moon. So block is still in your left hand, or you can lose the block and just drop your hand to the mat if you'd like to. It's a little step back with your left leg. And when you're ready, we're gonna float your left hand downward. Once again, right arm floats upward. The best way I think to get into this is to bend your right knee, float your left hand on the outside of your right foot, swing your right hand behind your back, and then reach underneath. Whew! And see if you can hold hands with yourself. That is a hard pose. As you can see here, no one is having a problem with it. Breeze for everybody. And exhale, come on out, release, shake it out. Whew! Loving that. Nice job, guys. Same thing on the other side, so let's warm up half moon, then revolved half moon, then bound revolved half moon. So let's take a medium step back with that right leg. Block is in your left hand, and let's float forward into just a regular half moon. So float that left hand down to the mat. Stack your right hip on top of your left. Get nice and long, back heel to the crown of your head. If you want, you can float that left hand upward. That's beautiful, Laura, looking good. And exhale, come on out, release. Shake that out a little bit. Let's revolve it. So next step, block is in your right hand. Step back with your right leg. Left hand is on your left waist. Float forward with your torso. Drop that right hand, right block down to the mat. Kick that back heel up, and when you're ready, left hand floats upward. Your hips should remain square in this pose. If you feel good, look up, sorry Joe, at your upper fingertips. Beautiful. Exhale, come on out, release. Shake that out a little bit. Some of you are going, come on, release. All right, same thing, other side. Let's add the bind in, which seems to be no issue for anyone here. So, same thing, you can lose that block or hold on to it, totally up to you. Left hand on your left waist. We're going to float right into that revolved half moon to start. And once again, I'll walk you through it. You're going to bend your left knee slightly. You're going to bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Swing your left arm behind your back, and then reach underneath and see if you can hold hands with yourself. Susie, that's beautiful. Strength, stamina, flexibility, balance. This is everything rolled up into one. I love that. Power yoga at its best. And exhale, come on out, release, shake it out. I know you're a professional at home too. No worries, that's awesome. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's go ahead and step right back into a runner's lunge. So go ahead and take a big step back with your left foot. I want you to drop your left knee flat down on the floor and lay your left toes flat. Let's warm up a little bit through the hips and legs. So just start sinking your hips downward toward the mat. You can stay nice and tall with your upper body, or if you feel more comfortable, you can lean forward and rest your torso right on top of your thigh. Let's go one more good breath there. Nice job. So warming up across the front of your thigh and hip. And then exhale, go ahead and float your hips back. You're going to pop up on your right heel so your toes are upward. Draw your chin towards your right big toe, so lengthening across the back of that right leg. And let's go one more good breath there. Exhale, go ahead and float forward. And let's go one breath there. We're going right for the gusto. Let's go right for Hanuman Asana, split. So when you're ready, you either want to come forward with your front foot or back with your back foot, totally up to you. And if you stop partway up, you can tuck a blanket underneath, you can tuck blocks underneath, or you can keep extending all the way down. Hands are by your waist. Let's go a couple good breaths there. Work to square through your hips, so draw your left hip forward, your right hip back. We're all pros here on this too, beautiful. If you want to add a little challenge in, because we're advanced poses, you can bend your left leg and grab your left ankle with your left hand. And if you're feeling really crazy, come across with your right hand and swing forward with your left. So we got a twist and a split in there. Everybody's with me, look at that. Exhale, go ahead and release. Bring your legs forward, shake that out a little bit, beautiful. Nice job. This is the fun of advanced poses. They're supposed to be difficult. They're supposed to be challenging. Smile, relax, enjoy your way through it. No worries. Don't get frustrated. When you're ready, let's go into that runner's lunge with your left leg forward. So front knee is over your front ankle, right knee, right foot are down, and start sinking your hips down into the mat. So you're lengthening and stretching the front of your right thigh, the front of your right hip. And again, you can either sit up nice and straight and be tall through the torso, or you can fall right over that left thigh and relax into that. Beautiful. One more breath there. So sinking deeply with those hips, so really warming yourself up. You know what's coming. A split, Hanuman Asana. Go ahead and float your hips toward the back. And same thing. Straighten through your left leg, pop up on your left heel, your toes are upward, and you're drawing your chin towards your left big toe. You guys, believe it or not, this split is a warm-up for a nice pose that we're going to be doing here. So you're thinking, we're done with splits. Guess again. Beautiful. Come on forward with that knee, and when you're ready, again, either come forward with your front foot or back with your back foot. and float into a level that feels good for you. I'll say it again. If you want, you can tuck blankets underneath your hips, blocks underneath your hips, relaxing through. And again, if you want a couple of variations for that, you can bend your back leg, reach back and grab your right ankle with your right hand. And if you want to add that twist into it, swing across, grab your right ankle with your left hand, bring your right hand to hook the inside of your left thigh. Once again, everybody in that tense, intense twist, intense split, because we are all ballerina professionals here. Joe included. When you're ready, go ahead and release out of that. Draw your legs together. Shake that out a little bit. Mamma mia, that's a tough one, but we're going tougher. When you're ready, go ahead and partner up. So you guys are going to find your partners, get to a mat. Laura, I'm going to go ahead and partner with you up front if you don't mind. Can you guys float to the back for me? Go to this mat. Yes. So Laura's going to come up front. This next one's a doozy. So Laura, go ahead and drop to one knee for me. Laura's going to have her leg forward. I'm the one that's going to be doing the work. Laura's the one that's going to be supporting you here, or supporting me, I should say. And I'm going to walk you through the different steps of this, so you guys are going to watch and find a level that feels good for you. So step one, I'm going to bring my right heel up toward her. Look at how well that went already. My right heel all the way up to her thigh. Make sure that you're not on the bony part of your heel, that you're more towards your ankle. All right, step two, I'm going to drop my hands on the inside to the mat. Step three, if I can, straighten up my back leg and walk back a little bit so I'm almost in a split on top of her leg. If that's enough for you, I want you to stop there. Step four, right hand flat, left arm upward. Step five, reach overhead and see if you can grab your big toes. No problem, don't you think? All right, so go ahead and start working with a partner. If you're at home, step up to a wall so you don't have to hook your ankle on top of somebody's knee. You can actually just go ahead and put your foot flat up against a wall and do exactly the same pose. So Laura, hang with me. I'm going to talk everybody through on this side, and then I'm going to come with you. So step one, right leg comes forward on top of your partner's thigh or against that wall. Step two, you're going to float your hands on the inside of your leg, flat down on the mat. That may be enough for you. Step three, straighten up through your back leg. So you're in a partial split. If you're feeling real good, drive that back foot a little further back so you're in a really mamma mia of a split. After that, right hand flat on the floor, left arm floats upward. This is where it gets hard. And then if you're feeling really good, take that upper hand and try and grab your big toes. And Cody, you can help her find her foot there. Beautiful. See if you can just hold there for a couple of breaths. Wonderful, Suze, looking good, young. That's fabulous. If you're working at home, doing good. That's a nice job, everybody. Just go to your level. All right, so whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and release out of that pose. And let's go ahead and switch partners and switch sides. If you're working at home, I just want you to switch sides. And if you're working with a partner, you guys choose what you'd like to do. You can either stick with the same partner or switch partners. It's totally up to you guys. So when you're ready, go ahead and fall into that. Once again, Laura, I'm going to go ahead and work with you on this one, and I'm going to come on this side for you. So if you're spotting, you're going to drop to one knee and have one leg extended forward. Your partner, step one, is going to draw their ankle up to your knee. So step one, if that feels good for you, I want you to stop there. Next step, go ahead and bring your hands, drop them on the inside of your leg to the mat. Again, if that's good for you, I want you to stay there. Next step, go ahead and straighten up your back leg if that feels good for you. Stop there. Next step is to draw that heel a little further out and get a little more extension so you're in kind of a deeper split there. That's beautiful. Go ahead and release for me, Laura. When you're ready, you can extend your lower hand down to the mat, flatten through that palm, and draw your upper hand upward. Beautiful. And if that still feels good, you can take that upper hand and draw it overhead and grab your big toes. Beautiful. So this is a really nice intense stretch. Susie, nice job. You may want to draw your torso a little further forward. Let's go a couple more deep breaths here. That's beautiful. Guys, looking good, everybody. When you're ready, go ahead and release out of that on that side. And guys, go ahead and step on back to your mats. And I know we shuffled around a little bit here. And go ahead and sit down for me. Let's get a little bit of work either with a forward fold or with butterfly. So you guys can go ahead and choose. You can float to a butterfly position or to a forward fold position. So inhale, lengthen, and then exhale. Just go ahead and fall forward. Just get a little bit of release through your groin, through your hips, that area we're just working in that really nice intense stretch. Beautiful. We're going 2 more deep breaths there. Just relaxing through that nice intense pose that we did. Nice job, everybody. And then after your second breath, come on up and release. Wonderful. Come on up. Let's do a little bit of work with crow. So when you're ready, come on up to a standing position. We're going to talk about, actually, let's do side crow instead of crow, because we've done a little bit of crow in a lot of shows. So let's do side crow. You're going to face toward the left side of your mat. So face your body toward the left side of your mat. You're going to squat down and drop your hands toward the front edge of your mat. All right? From here, your feet can either be flat or up on your toes. It doesn't make a difference. Your right elbow is going to float in towards your right hip, and you're going to drop your hand down to the mat. Your left elbow floats in towards your knees, and you're going to drop that down to the mat. When you're ready, start picking up a little bit. Your back arm is holding the majority of your weight. You're going to float forward and see if you can pick your feet up off the mat. Beautiful. So Joe is in crow on this side. You guys are in side crow. Couple good breaths here. If that's too much for you, just leave your feet flat on the mat. And if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, see if you can straighten up your bottom leg. If you're feeling real good, you can straighten up both legs. Exhale, come on out, release. Shake that out a little bit. Once again, go to a seated position. You can go legs forward or float to butterfly, and let's just fall forward for a breath or two there. That's a little intense through the upper body, so if you want to relax through the arms and shake that out a little bit, please do that. From there, come on up. Let's do that same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, you can stand up, have your toes point off toward the right side of your mat, lower down into a squat position, hands facing toward the front edge of your mat. Let's go side crow again. So left elbow goes in toward your hip, place that flat on the mat. Right elbow goes in toward your knees, place that flat on the mat. When you're ready, float forward. See if you can keep that balance. That's beautiful, everybody. If you're feeling good, pick both feet up off the mat. Maybe just try even one foot, your top foot. And if that's too much, drop both feet back down. We're going to go a couple more breaths. I'll say it again. If you're feeling real good here and both feet are up off the mat, you can see if you can straighten your lower leg. And if you feel real good, you can straighten through both legs. Beautiful. Exhale, come on out, release. Lay down flat on your backs. Whew. This was a hard class today, advanced poses. We're just gonna have a nice, easy twist here. So when you're ready, I want you to bend your knees. Keep your feet flat on the mat. You're gonna roll your knees to the right, your head to the left, and then swap it up. So we're just gonna rock back and forth, head and knees moving in opposite directions. Working through those hips, working through your core, your abs, working through head and neck. Beautiful. And when you're ready, go ahead and float back towards center. We're going to straighten up your legs flat on the mat. Draw your arms overhead. Kick your right heel up toward the ceiling. Bend your right knee. Right foot goes to your left kneecap. Left hand goes to the outside of your right knee. You're going to roll off to the left and look out over your right shoulder. You're trying to get both shoulders and shoulder blades flat on the mat. You're trying to get your right knee flat on the floor using the strength of your left hand. So you're just relaxing into that. Let's go one more breath on that side. And exhale, float back to center. Same thing, other side. So left heel kicks up to the ceiling. Left foot to your right kneecap. Right hand to the outside of your left knee. Let's get a couple good breaths on that side. So just relaxing through, trying to bring that left knee flat to the mat. And your shoulder blades relaxing down. And exhale, go ahead and float back to center. We are ready for Shavasana. No more difficulty in this class. Phew, thank goodness. Thank you guys for sticking with me and working hard. The final pose of class is the most important in yoga, called Shavasana. This is what you've worked the entire class to achieve, an exploration of stillness in action. As you lay on your mat, allow your entire body to come to rest. Let your feet flop open, bring your hands by your sides, palms upward. Close your eyes. Let your mind and body relax completely. The purpose of this time is to just be. Be still in your heart, still in your body, still in yourself. Try to remain in this pose for 5 to 10 minutes, finding health and harmony within. Thank you for your time and hard work today. Namaste.
If you'd like to continue to improve your strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance, order Power Yoga for Athletes. This hour-long video is for yogis who embrace a more active lifestyle. Call 1-866-629-1591 or visit adrianreed.com. For tips and secrets on Power Yoga, visit WUSF.org and click on the Power Yoga icon. You'll find frequently asked questions and show information from Adrian Reed.